Hi, welcome. Now I'm going to show you how to get sum of squares by different methods. Okay, the data what I have is the list, and the list of 14 items, numerical list, and now I'm going to use sum of squares manual method. Okay, manual method, you can use it easily, that find squares of each number. Okay, for each item here in the list. Okay, so for A2 this is 49 square 2401, and then similarly for every element here. Okay, then what I will do is I just sum it up the squares. Okay, sum of all the squares. Okay, this is what our objective, and which can be achieved manually. Okay, the problem comes where you do some kind of formula, complex formula, or statistical analysis, or some other lengthy formulas. What happens that if you have list of thousands of numbers and you want the sum of squares, then you cannot start doing manually. Okay, if it is in the table format and you're supposed to show it in the manual format, then it's fine. Other than that, if you are using some mathematical functions, then in that place, if you are doing this one, it will be a lengthy process. Okay, so the manual method is lengthy, but if it has to be done, if it fits your need. Okay, then there exists a function called SumSQ. Okay, this function will give you directly the sum of squares. Okay, I will tell you how to do it. SumSQ, you can see the description written, the sum of squares of the arguments. That arguments could be numbers, arrays, names, and or references to cells that contain number. Okay, so I give the list, I pause the list and close the bracket, enter. It straight away gives you the sum of squares. So the SumSQ is the wonderful function to bring sum of squares of any list. Okay, the list not necessary vertical array, it could be two-dimensional table, or it could be horizontal array. Okay, then comes okay, I will go for sum product function. Okay, what we can have is the sum product function. We can do the sum product function to give the same result. Okay, what is sum product function? Well, in case you have array 1 and array 2. Okay, array 1 and array 2, 1 2 3. Okay, of 3 elements, for example, I have array 2 is 4 5 6. What happens that if you use the sum of products, it does the products first of every respective elements, corresponding elements. That means here the first element of array 1 into first element of array 2, then again is similar to second element of array 1 into second element of array 2, and so on. Similarly, it will get for a third element of array 1 and third element of array 2. Then what it does is that it sum it up all the products. That's why it is called sum of products. Okay, 32 in this case. Okay, we will use sum product and see what is the result. In sum product, I just pause the arrays 1 2. Okay, 32. Okay, this is the way sum product works. So I use the sum product to get the sum of squares. How can I do that? Sum product, it array 1 is, in our case, is the list 1. Then what I am doing is the array 2 also the same list. Okay, So if I pass the same list twice as two different arrays, what it does, it takes the first element of the list 1, which which is the array 1. Similarly, the first element of the same list, because the array 2 is also the same list, so it multiplies. The product becomes the squares of the square of that element. Then similarly it does for every single element here, and finally it will add okay, sum of product. So this is going to be 46,378 is the same answer. Okay, then there comes the array formula. This is a bit interesting way to achieve the sum product. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the sum of the squares. Okay, so what I can do is the sum of the squares. Okay, so sum of the squares can be achieved by the one array into okay, the same array. Okay, so this is a very interesting way of getting sum of the squares. Okay, so what I do is I multiply the same array with the same array. So this operation, when you do it in array, it multiplies the corresponding elements. Okay, then we want the sum, but we cannot we cannot just enter and like a simple formula, because it is the operations in arrays. So you must let the Excel know that you are using a array formula. So treat this one as array formula. If you are treating this one as array formula and telling the Excel to treat it is array formula, you must enter Control Shift Enter. Okay, then Excel will treat as a array formula. Okay, so I will do the Control Shift Enter. You can see the 46,378 is coming. Okay, we are not using a function, same time we are not also calculating individually. Okay, actually we calculate using a array. Okay, so all the product will come corresponding element, and that will be a set of array, set of numbers, that in that set we want to sum it up. Okay, this is very interesting. You can see the when you press Control Shift Enter, the Excel automatically puts around the formula braces. It's enclosing the formula with the braces. That means it's a array formula. Okay, this is a single cell array formula because it returns only one value, but the operation is in the set of values. Okay, so these are all the 4 ways you can get sum of squares, and hope this example is helpful to you. Not necessarily for sum of squares, it can be the same way you can do the other things also, sum of cubes and other stuff. Okay, hope this example is useful to you, and please subscribe to my channel, and God bless you.